Hi, I'm Jack Lucas, finalist of Masterchef 2014, and welcome to my Winter Warmer series for Scoff. Today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing pear frangipan tart with walnuts and Chantilly cream. So, we're going to add into the mixer some plain flour. A general rule is sort of twice the flour to half the butter. Now I'm also going to use icing sugar in mine as opposed to caster sugar, which just generates a slightly lighter pastry, and as the icing sugar kind of gets worked in a little bit better. I'm going to add in 1 egg yolk and a little bit of this stuff, which is vanilla bean paste. This is essentially all the beans from inside the pod, just made into a really lovely but really strong vanilla paste. So that's all that goes in to start with, and we're going to turn the mixture on. And what we're looking for is a kind of really fine breadcrumb stage. So now we're at a stage where the flour and the butter and the sugar's combined, but it's still not quite wet enough to form a dough. So all we do is add in the remaining water, and then it will bring it all together nicely. So only a little bit at a time, we want to add this in very, very slowly. The dough has now started to come together, and when you sort of pull it together in its hands, it forms into a nice little shape. So you know now that that's about the right consistency and is ready to use. Roll this out on a floured surface and line the pastry tin. All you got to do now is prick it and pop it into the fridge to chill for a bit. Okay, so a frangipan tart is essentially made with almonds, and it's an almond flavoured sponge-like filling. First of all, we're going to get some butter. This can be a bit more room temperature, it doesn't have to be really, really cold. And we're just going to cream that together with some caster sugar in a food processor. You could do this by hand, it's just a little bit more effort. So this is just about making our lives a little bit easier at home. Okay, so now that the sugar and the butter has been beaten together, we're going to add in 1 egg and 1 egg yolk to the mix and cream that together. Okay, so now that they're nicely combined, we can add in the next element, which is the ground almonds, which gives it this lovely almondy taste, which is so typical of the frangipan. For exact recipes and quantities, have a look on our website and check out the full recipe there. So nice and slowly, we're going to add in these. So we're going to add in about 2 teaspoons of Almond Essence. You can be quite generous with it, it's just a lovely, lovely taste. And we're also going to add in some French brandy. Now you could substitute this for something like Disaronno, which is like an almond liqueur if you've got that at home, or French brandy does a fantastic job. So add in a good portion of that, and then we're just going to mix that all together. The last ingredient we're going to add to this mix is plain flour, and that's just going to bring everything together and bring it to a kind of cake-like consistency. And the batter is now ready. Okay, so to the frangipan mix, I'm just going to add in some lightly toasted and chopped walnuts. I think that pears, walnuts, almond make a fantastic combination. So give this a good mix, and then it's ready to go into our pastry case. Pop this frangipan mix into my tart, and we're just going to push this into the corners. So just move it around, making sure you've got a good even layer. And on top of that, we're just going to pop in our pear slices. Now you can do this however you want. You can create a fan shape, whatever takes your fancy. So there we have it, guys. Pears are in. All that's needed now is a little scattering of some flaked almonds and a few little pieces of the walnuts as well. So now this goes into an oven at about 190 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes, and we turn the temperature down to about 170 and leave it for a further 15 minutes. So if you've enjoyed this recipe, be sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. So after half an hour in the oven, this has come out and it smells amazing. And in my opinion, this is the perfect way to round off a dinner party on a very wintry day. All it needs from me is a little sprinkling of icing sugar, and this one is an absolute winner. So serve that up with a dollop of Chantilly cream to your mates at a dinner party, and that is my perfect Frangipan tart. See you next time.